All right, so Barb, Mel, and I were supposed to be doing Havasupai this week. It's the second weekend of September, and unfortunately there were pretty devastating floods a couple weeks ago. And we are on our plan B, which is gonna be amazing. We are doing part of the Ruby Crest Trail up in northern Nevada, and it's all of our first time doing backcountry camping. So we have a lot of exploring and learning to share on this video, and it's gonna be amazing. You can see around us, they call this the Swiss Alps of Nevada. It's really beautiful. Right now we're still on the scenic drive, but soon we will be up there at the trailhead and we'll have lots of fun to share. We made it to the trailhead. You know, I always appreciate a bathroom at a trailhead, and we're off for our adventures. First water sighting, we're gonna see lots along the way, but it's pretty exciting every time we see one. Even though it's still early September, we're already seeing the colors changing. It's pretty spectacular up here. Current daytime temperatures, maybe around 80, 85, but during the nighttime, we're expecting like low 40s, upper 30s. It's always fun when you can see blooms right next to your autumn colors. We have our first little bridge over a tiny water crossing. I think I could have leapt that one pretty well on my own. And then just ahead, our first obstacle course, stairs, yay. Right, we have Barb doing our first real water crossing, although the rocks are plenty, so she's going to make a great success of this. One of the big challenges we're facing on this adventure is that we did not train with full packs. Barb did the most full pack training of all of us, but we thought we were doing Havasupai with mule support, so we did not think we were going to be carrying these big boys, just day packs. So I did rim to rim 2 months ago, and I had a heavy day pack, but it was not this weight by any means. So the trail in this first mile is not too steep, but not super easy either. And part of the challenge for us is that the trail begins over 7,000 feet, and we're used to Vegas where it's like 2,000 feet, so definitely a little thinner air up here. All right, we're like 0.6-ish miles in. It's our first downhill that Mel's coming down. Goes a little further, then it's right back up the hill. So Mel had the first loss of load. We have, full packs, so we had to strap some things on the outside, and so she had some casualties, but we're gonna make good use of it and have a snack break. Snack one is this cram. It's like non-crustable, but healthier. It's whole grain, peanut butter and jelly, 280 calories to get a girl going for the rest of the hike. I was really hungry, so I also enjoyed a Southwest Airlines snack mix for 90 calories. Gotta love the Southwest Airlines snacks, they're the best. This tree is a giant. It's so big, it just keeps on going for like ever, and it's really beautiful. It's gonna be an amazing sunset out here.
This might be our spot.
We haven't gone very far, but these backpacks are really heavy, so we may be camping sooner rather than later. I've seen so many chipmunks and squirrels, but they're assholes and run away as soon as we see them. I caught that one a little bit. I spy another one up here. But yeah, they're slippery little suckers. I don't want to be videoed very much. Some more pretty flowers hanging on for dear life. Despite the cold weather, Barb thinks they're lupines. Got more pretty flowers all over this area to keep us feeling sunny, even though the sun's thinking about setting. If you look really careful, you can see the car down there. Well, maybe not our actual car, but you can see the parking lot. But now, way up here. Check out this super cute crossing. Looks like there was once an ice bridge that washed out and has been sort of reassembled. We found our first lake. I believe this one is Dollar Lake, and it's beautiful, great surroundings. We're considering going over to this side for our first night camp. Home sweet home. This is where we're gonna be sleeping for night one. It's a pretty flat area. There's unfortunately a lot of weeds growing up here, but it is what it is. We're gonna share this lake with some nice ducks, and hopefully that's it. Okay, it was my first time ever setting up my tent solo. I'm pretty excited. It took 18 minutes, it was kind of a long time, but I secured the footprint, the underlayer, and the outer layer. I'll show you the insides in a few once I get the rest of it set up. So this is my water filtration situation. We walked pretty much halfway back around the lake to try to find the cleanest looking water possible. We filled up our 2 gravity bags and this one. I got out as far as I could on this branch to get to the cleanest looking water I could, but it's still not the prettiest ever. So there were really no trees around here where it was easy to hang our rat sacks where our food is. So I managed to throw the rope through that split in the tree and we strung them up there and tied it off over here. Like we used a lot of creativity. We've got our water filter hanging there as well. And we're like a good little distance from camp because we want to keep that food away from our tents in case any of the predators that are not squirrels come here looking for our food. All right, so we all are doing 2 courses for dinner tonight. First course, I have broccoli, cheddar soup, and we divided them into 2 bags so we could like split up what we were eating and have like an appetizer and an entree. So this is my first, and my entree today is a Mexican quinoa bowl. How's the food so far?
Yum.
Delicious.
Amazing. Chicken teriyaki.
Beef stroganoff.
Cheers.
We're about to turn it in. For dessert tonight, we had hot cocoa with marshmallows, and I added 2 ounces of caramel vodka in mine. Grand total 313 calories. Definitely worth it, and it's helping warm us up, which is much needed. Current temperature is like 36 degrees. All right, and the first one up and moving at about 6 a.m., although I heard Mel and Barb up a couple hours ago, so they've been out. They're just not out now. It's currently like 33 degrees. It's so cold. My sleeping bag is 30 degree rated. It's the REI Magma 30. That's like to keep you alive at 30 degrees. Even with my silk liner, I was sleeping with this light puff jacket, a sweater, this the Smart Wool zip up, and another Smart Wool layer, my gloves, my ear cover, wool socks. I'm still cold. My eyes are watering because it's so cold out here. But I'm gonna get a hot drink in me and hopefully be feeling like it's gonna be an amazing day. So for me, today's breakfast is 2 keto tortillas with tomato, avocado, mustard, and a banana, plus some coffee and 2 creamers. Okay, so why is my pack so heavy? Because I had little miniature creamers and fruits and veggies, but man, it's gonna be worth it. Oh yeah, did I mention there's cheddar cheese on there too? I have like 3 little pieces of cheddar cheese.
So mine is light.
These ladies are having oatmeal. I have oatmeal for tomorrow, but today I was gonna go with some eat the heavy things first. So my breakfast clocks in at 840 calories. One of the tortillas is gonna travel with me to eat along the way. All right, camp is packed up. It warmed up fast out here. It's like 80-ish degrees all of a sudden. Like 50 degrees in 3 hours is sort of crazy. Barb is going to be departing this party. She had enough camping in one night.
Yep.
So she's gonna go find a nice hotel and pick us up in 2 days. We've walked all of like 2 minutes and found the second dollar lake. I heard there's like 3 possibly, but they kind of just meld, I'm pretty sure. And our next stop will be Lamoille Lake. So excited. So much instant gratification. We walked like another 2 minutes and found this. I'm pretty sure this one is Lamoille Lake, although it may be another dollar lake, and it would have been a beautiful place to camp, but it is very brushy around the perimeter, so it made it a bit harder to find a good spot. So Mel is having some issues with her bladder leaking, so she's sticking with her water bottles mostly right now and using her Grail water filter, which is super handy and works fast and is a very good filter from everything I've seen and heard. I use a Life Straw gravity filter, which also works well. It filters pretty slow, but it's a pretty big capacity and worked out for us having lots of water for cooking and drinking at camp. Gone a little further, here's another beautiful view of the lake. It's just glittering out there in the morning sunshine. Lovely. It's our first sign of the adventure. This is fun. We are only 2 miles from the trailhead. Our camp last night was like 1.65 from the trailhead, so we're really still just getting started. Lamoille Lake is just ahead, and then we have a good ways to go still to get to Liberty Lake, probably about 2 more miles or 2.2 past Lamoille Lake. So it's confirmed that the last lake we saw was the last of the Dollar Lakes. And this here is Lamoille Lake. Keeps going over this way, but it's blocked by the rocks. And we'll show you more as we get closer. We've had lots of wildlife sightings, but mostly of the bird variety. This pretty one is just hanging out, watching what's going on. We did see an owl last night. It was pretty dark, so I didn't get a good video of it, but amazing wildlife. So these little guys are crazy. I understand why we have rat sacks now, because he was trying to climb in my backpack. One tried to climb on Mel's lap to get to her Cliff Bar. They're just not that good. Really, you don't want it. These dainty little flowers are so pretty. This whole area back here is just so rugged and beautiful. All right, we are at Lamoille Lake. We ended up setting up camp here, and the water is so clear and beautiful. And Mel is filling up our filtration bladder. It's a little muddy where she stepped, but look at this water. It's so amazing. I'll show you our camp in a moment. So this is camp. We're filtering water right here. The beer canister will get moved further away later, as will our food lines. I just have my snack bag hanging right now, but it'll all go in the rat sack later. It's pretty windy, so I have most of my things in my tent currently. My tent doesn't look like it's very straight, but it works. We also have Mel's tent over here in our little cook area. Somebody left a nice fire ring, so we just have our camp stove in there. And there's also a little shelf up here, so we can put some of our things there tonight. And then somewhere out there, string up our rat sacks to keep them further away from camp. In honor of Barb, we decided to have some hot lunch today because she left us with some extras. So I'm having 3 cheese mac and cheese, and you're having
breakfast for lunch.
Breakfast hash. Yeah, and so we got camp set up. We decided to make a hot lunch today because tomorrow we'll probably be rambling all day long. And we'll go wander around for a while this afternoon, but we're gonna have a pretty low-key day at our beautiful camp. I don't have an exact calorie count on the mac and cheese from earlier, but I would estimate around 350 calories. That's where most of those meals are for a half of a pack. I also had an apple at about 95 calories for a smallish apple. And finishing off with my chamomile tea that I did not drink last night. I've also had a couple electrolyte packs and other like vitamin C flavor packs throughout the day, just to keep things interesting with all our filtered water. Kind of fun. Behind us you can see some snow still up here in the mountains. We decided to go visit the snow. We're almost there. It looks closer than what it really is. I bet it'll only take us a few more minutes to get there. Okay, so the snow was a little hard, so we could not make snow angels like we wanted to, but I did make a nice little snowball. And we marked our presence by carving our names with our poles. Temporary graffiti. We still have a lot of day left. It's about 3 o'clock after all of our wanderings about and setting up and lunching and everything else. So we're gonna head up this trail towards Liberty Lake. We may not go the whole way today, we may do it tomorrow, but at least we're gonna go rambling for a while. All right, we've done a few pretty moderate switchbacks to get up to this beautiful view of the water. We're gonna keep going, but I wanted to show you, I brought a little day pack on the trip, and it's pretty nice. It holds all the things I need, and it's super light. My main backpack is holding down my tent because it's pretty windy today. Mel is sporting her full backpack, but it's not full, so it's way better than carrying 50 pounds no matter what. I love this tree. It's probably been here for hundreds of years, if not more, and it's still contributing to the beauty. Right here we have a cool little stream. They're all over the place here. We have the lovely sounds of water flowing everywhere we go. And more lake views. Beautiful. Snack time again. Clement makes me hungry. Cram, strawberry, crustless sandwich. This tree is just barely grasping the ledge right there. It's amazing. And again, probably been there hundreds, if not thousands of years. I'm pretty sure it's a bristlecone pine, which can live well into the thousands of years. And it's really a testament to the resiliency of this species or breed, I don't know, tree kind, because they, there's a ton of wind here, a ton of snow, adverse conditions, but here it is. No lake views from here, but we keep going up, up and away. I think the pass for crossing is right there, which means we're gonna see some more snow along the way. There's that snow we were showing you from down below. And we're still going up. Soon we'll be at the top. There's the trail behind me. We made it to Liberty Pass, 10,450 feet. We definitely exceeded what I expected to do today. We're gonna go a little further, but I want to show you these views. You look really far out there. You might be able to see the parking lot where we started about 24 hours ago. And here's the view from the other side. In about 5 minutes, we should be able to spot Liberty Lake. This is Liberty Lake. Absolutely beautiful. We're not gonna go all the way down today, maybe tomorrow. But check out these views. And look at these pretty little berries we found along the way. Not sure if they're the good kind or the bad kind. It's time for protein crisps, like 130 calories, 20 grams of protein, lots of sodium, which I wouldn't normally encourage, but when working out, it's a great thing. I also forgot to mention, I had a dirty chai earlier, a little packet that I got at REI. That was 70 calories, and Mel gave me a little piece of peanut brittle. Not sure on the calories on that, but it was delicious. Sunset is not supposed to be for like another hour, but it seems to be setting pretty early here in the mountains. We're back at camp. We got water, we cooked dinner, we're in our warm clothes, so now it's time to eat. I am having some more broccoli cheddar soup, delicious, and pad thai tonight. How about you, Mel?
Lasagna.
Ooh, yum. And then we're gonna follow that with our hot chocolate with marshmallows and maybe some adult beverages to go with it.
Right.
We are in for another beautiful night. It honestly doesn't feel quite as cold to me tonight, which is a great thing. That was pretty chilly last night, but I will definitely be wearing like all my layers to bed tonight. Stars never show up as nice on these videos as they do in the photos, but I got some amazing photos of the Milky Way last night. It's pretty spectacular. And our adult beverage of the night, the one in our hot chocolate, was a combo of pumpkin rum chata and fireball deliciousness. This is the majesty we woke up to today. It's absolutely beautiful. I slept much better last night. It was actually a pretty good night of sleep. It was not cold at all, although it's probably a few degrees warmer. I haven't checked the temperature yet. There was like 2 other groups we heard camping out here last night, but they were pretty quiet, and it's been super quiet this morning. Hey. So my bear canister makes a great camp stool, so you don't have to carry a camp chair. The problem is it's a little hard to open, and I'm glad I experimented with this at home so I could look up on YouTube the hacks. So I've got my trusty expired parking card that I can use to basically find the notches where it, oh, I don't have it locked. So let me lock it first. Boom. You have to find the notches, and then it helps you sort of bypass it because I don't have the strength to grip it and bypass it. It's still not easy, but it is effective. Boom. And when you forget your card and you actually leave it in the canister, I had my American Parks pass and got to use it for good in a national forest as well. Okay, so this morning I have a pouch of oatmeal. I moved them, like all my foods, into baggies to conserve space. But I did get this at REI. It was a banana peanut butter oatmeal, and it's really good. And what do you have?
I'm having cinnamon apple crisp. It's dessert for breakfast, courtesy of Barb.
Yeah, Barb left us some good food behind. This may actually be apple peanut butter, but whatever it is, it's delicious. And then we have our coffees down here. We haven't really used our bowls much, but they're great for holding our bags of food and our drinks.
Oh my God.
So it's maybe like in the 50s here this morning, and these brave young souls are stripped down to boxers and bikinis and diving in the water. Good for them. We had a nice leisurely morning at camp, and we're keeping our camp here for tonight. So we're just going to go meander and see where the day takes us. Here's one of our little toads. They're pretty cute. They seem to be on more at night, and we're all over when we were trying to fill up our water last night. It's super peaceful out here today. We can see where a couple people have left camps or dropped bags here, but there's no one around the lake right now. I'm trying to eat some of my fresh fruit that I have with me. I've got a couple oranges and a grapefruit that are gonna be snacks today. The grapefruit was supposed to be with my breakfast, but I didn't eat it. So the fresh fruit and veggies has been awesome to have, but it was heavy to carry. So I wanna make sure I eat all of it and don't waste that effort. Another sweet little creek as we wander around the lake. Here's a different vantage point. Our camp is over there in the hills. And then there's our snow from yesterday. It's the one to the left of the screen. The sky is starting to look a little iffy, so we're really hoping to not get rained on today or tonight. I don't know if I'll be able to stay dry and warm, but hopefully. Beautiful autumn colors. We came as far around the lake as the trail really permits. We could bushwalk a little further, but we've seen a lot of good stuff. And these folks came real prepared. They have their own, oh, there they are. They have their own inflatable boats. So they're gonna go have some fun on the water. Note for next time, that sounds worth its weight. So we decided to do a little wading, and the water is very cold, but it is refreshing, and our sore legs are gonna thank us for this. See one of the little frogs swimming right there, and I've seen a number of little fish swimming around down here. Let's see if I can spot one. Not at the moment, but there have been fish jumping all over the place out here today. You can see the rings from them jumping out there. Okay, look at this little guy. I think it's a leech, and we had heard that some of the lakes up here had leeches, not this one. I could be totally wrong. It could be something else. It's creepy and crawly, and I'm glad it's not on me. That's all I know. I haven't seen too many of these out here. 2 times. Mel and I had decided to do a hot lunch today because we're trying to use out some of this freeze-dried food before we leave and have leftovers. And plus we had no room for dessert any of the nights because we were eating a whole bag of food each. So today we had a surprise while we were cooking lunch, and Barb came back up here. Woohoo! So we are having our freeze-dried ice cream. We're having some hot chocolate. We're having some Uncrustable for Barb. And since she made the effort to come all the way back up here, and we really saw everything we wanted to, we decided to make today our last day. We're gonna go ahead and pack it up and enjoy an evening in Elko, which we'll share with you as well. So I wanna show you a couple of things about camp that I'm glad I now know for the future. There is no instant gratification with this filter. It is slow. Really slow. So be prepared to wait for water if you're using it. My solar charger is this guy. Amazing. It actually picks up the solar charge and has stayed fully charged the entire trip, and I've just clipped it to my pack while I'm hiking, or I left it on this log while we're at camp. The tent, totally a winner. REI, it was a 2-man, it's like their quarter or something tent. It worked great, easy up, easy down, and that's about it. Oh, and then I think it's the MSR stove that we've had, and it's worked really well, and it comes with these little bowl and cup sets with the sporks. Definitely a win on those as well. Clothes, I think I brought one more pair of pants than I wore. I'm not going to complain about that. Though I really am considering, if I come back up here, one of those inflatable boats like those folks have. Definitely a good idea. What I way overpacked was the food. My bear canister is still like half full. That's a lot of weight. Next time, now mind you, we didn't hike as much as I thought we would, so I didn't burn as many calories. Next time I do not need so many snacks. Maybe I aim for 3,000 calories a day, not 4,000. And I think that would be adequate. All right, see you soon when we're showered in Elko. All right, we're showered, we're clean, we're having some wine at the DLC gallery. It's so beautiful in their backyard out here. and it's a great way to cap off our weekend of fun.